Hello, everybody. My name is Greg Morano, and I'm here at Westerly High School with Westerly Live, L-I-V-E, Westerly Live. We're in Federico Gymnasium for a female varsity volleyball matchup between the league-leading St. Raphael Academy versus our own Westerly Bulldogs. St. Ray's has been dominant this season, losing only one game, one match that is, and that was to Central Falls, who happens to be Westerly's only victory this season. So we could possibly look at a trap game in front of us, and we could also look at a trap game in the past versus Central Falls in St. Raphael's point of view. St. Ray's leads the league in many categories, which I'll get to throughout our contest, which is about to start in about 5 minutes. So what I will do now is I'll get you the lineups. St. Ray's number 0 is Athena Rodriguez. Number 1 is Elijah Perryman. Number 2 is Morgan Fontaine. Number 4, Elizabeth Bruno. Number 5, Reina Delires Casper. Number 6, Ava Tavares. Number 7, last name only, is Victoria. Number 8, Jasmine Colon. Number 9, Valeria Uribe. Number 14, last name Harris. Number 13, Dima Sado. Number 11, Ala Contrera. Number 10, Caterino Sotelo. Number 15, Pinault. Number 16, Dauby. Number 17, Rishat. And number 18, Nault. They're coming with 5 seniors, 6 juniors, 4 sophomores, and a single freshman. They are actually, could be considered young for a team of this caliber, who is only bringing 5 seniors to the table and 13 returning players for next year. Westerly has number 12, Alexa Beal. Number 23, Meg Beal. Number 19, Leela Simons. Number 6, Ariana Fazaro. Number 14, Rachel Federico. Number 11, Dina Arnold. Number 22, Ava Tenuta. Number 16, Riley Peliquin. Number 18, Alex Storr. Number 13, Summer Bruno. And I believe that we have number 3 up again, which would be Sarah. Westerly is coming off a 1-game winning streak, having defeated Central Falls on the road last week. And St. Ray's Academy is coming off of a 4-game win streak. Now, to get into the stats for tonight, I could go deep. St. Ray's Academy is on top of many, if not all, some of which they have 3 out of the top 5 players in their league. These stats include aces, hits, kills, assists, and blocks. And the key really to that is blocks. If you can do all of the offensive things that they are statistically inclined to do, if you can block as well, you're pretty a dominant team. Central Falls stands 1 seed above Westerly. Westerly, having defeated them and owns the tiebreaker between them, did also beat this St. Ray's Academy team. We don't know if it was a trap game, or we don't know if teams have underplayed. We are under 2 minutes from the starting of the game, and the whistle's been blown. And the officials are calling the captains to the table. If we look at simple things like assists, last week versus Rogers, the assists for Rogers were a constant. Handling the serve, Wesley couldn't get into any kind of offense at all because they couldn't handle the serve. Their bumps or hits off of the serve weren't setting up their setter, and that has been a demon for them in their 2 home games, being between Central and Rogers. They have been outserved both games, and it doesn't look like they're going to get much relief tonight, as LaSalle has the most aces in the state by a large number. They have the most assists in the state by a large number. They have 120 assists, 5.7 per game. That is St. Ray's. And both teams are taking the court in their final hustle. And we have 5 St. Ray's players in the top, no, excuse me, 3 St. Ray's players in the top 6 on kills, which are spikes in layman's terms. As the players take the court, the referee has given St. Ray's the ball for a first serve, and we are ready for some action. First serve will be by number 18, a senior, Nault, on St. Ray's Academy. Some final player instructions being given. Server awaiting her team's approval. And we have the whistle, and here we go. And it is a forward motion front spinner, and it is not handled by Westerly, but maybe a save. Doesn't quite make the net. The serve was deep and wasn't handled well by Westerly. Almost a good save. However, the third hit didn't clear the net. The score 1-0 St. Ray's. Nault to serve again. Walking forward, front spinner. Dives in the middle, not handled well. Bumped back, and nobody can get to it. Again, Westerly cannot get into an offense because they cannot handle the serve at the moment. Number 2 in the state is Rogers, who they played last week. And we have another serve going. Front spinner to the corner. Beautiful spot to put it. You cannot put a serve in a better spot than that. Deep corner, forward spin diving. That is 3-0 on 3 aces. They have 120 aces, if I did not mention that. Westerly calls an early timeout, trying to break up a little momentum. St. Ray's also leads in kills. So that means they're not only leading aces by their serve, but that means that they can recover and spike the ball, which we have not needed to see yet. Central Falls is the one question mark we have today. Was it a trap game for St. Raphael Academy that they lost that game? I think it may have been. Rogers dominated Westerly last Thursday, or Friday night, at Westerly, and they lost to St. Ray's 3-2. And those are your top 2 teams in the state at the moment in this division. And we're back for some action. The score 3-0 St. Ray's. The serve by number 18, a senior. Knuckleball handled by Westerly. We have a bump, and we have a set, and we have a dump, and Westerly dinks it in for their first point. Side change, and Westerly will get the serve. Westerly handled the serve, kept it in play, and that's all they needed to do for a break. Beal set to serve. And the serve falls short in the middle of everybody, and that is a diving ace for Westerly. The score 3-2. We have not yet had much of a volley. It's been a serving story thus far. Beal looking to tie the game. Keeps it in play. Deep knuckleball, hard to handle, but is handled. A bump set towards the far side, handled by Westerly. Westerly dumps it back over. We have a bump, we have a set, and we have a spike blocked by Westerly. Beal with block, and the point goes to St. Ray's. The net was touched by Westerly. It's been a demon all year long. Beautiful block. They are surprised. Close call. The referee's got the best eye, and St. Ray's will serve with a 4-2 lead. Running jump, handled in the middle. Good bump. Bump, dump over. Not a good setup for Westerly's offense. Dinked back over to an open spot by number 1, St. Ray's major assist player who hasn't had the need yet. The score 5-2. And the serve is a missile, and it hits the net. Point goes to Westerly, and the ball changes sides. The score 5-3. St. Ray's 5, Westerly 3. And the serve, a beauty. It was a missile, handled well. Gonna have to be dumped back over. Westerly handles it with a bump, a set by Beal, and a spike by Beal, and it's a point. Beautiful, that's how you handle it, with a bump in play, the set by Beal to Sister Beal for the spike and kill. 5-4, St. Ray's ahead by 1. Westerly to serve again. Another beauty, deep, just past the line. Had the speed, had the spot, just a little too deep. The score 6-4. Serve goes back to St. Ray's. Number 7, we have a junior, Victoria, serving. And a forward spin, out wide right. Point goes to Westerly, side change. The score is 6-5, Westerly's serve. And we have a substitution taking the serve for Westerly will be Summer Bruno. Again, the score 6-5. We're in our first set. Standing toss serve falls short. The point goes to St. Ray's, 7-5, and St. Ray's will take the serve. That will be number 4, Elizabeth Bruno, a senior for St. Ray's. Set to serve, looks like left-handed. Jumping forward spin, handled by Westerly, bump a little deep. They're gonna have to dump it over by Beal. Bump by St. Ray's, bump set. And it does get over the net for St. Ray's, got fortunate, it hit the net. St. Ray's with a deep set. Westerly with the bump to Beal. St. Ray's with a bump set. Spike attempt by number 1, that's long, deep, and that's gonna be Westerly's point. That's our best volley of the night, folks, and Westerly handled it very well. The score is 7-6, St. Ray's, Westerly's serve. We have a whistle, a substitution. Summer Bruno goes out. 2 substitutions. I believe Sarah Riddler, up from junior varsity, will be the server. And the serve, deep, bumped up by St. Ray's, set, spike attempt by number 1, into the net, point Westerly. Tie game here, folks, 7-7. Any given day, they say, any given day. Another good serve, deep middle, bumped, a little too close to the net, dumped over though. Great decision by number 18 for St. Ray's. Senior decision gives St. Ray's the point on the little nub over the block attempt by the Bulldogs, leaving the score 8 St. Ray's, 7 Bulldogs. And number 1, their primary setter, Elijah Perryman, a junior, set to serve for St. Ray's. Forward spinner towards the middle. Westerly does not handle the serve, unable to get into an offense. The score 9-7. It's the first hit for the Bulldogs that seems to be haunting them, preventing them from getting into any kind of a rhythm. And we are set for the serve. The hit, forward spinning, handled well by Westerly, a little too close to the net, doesn't even make the net. Westerly's point because St. Ray's touched the net. Westerly's demon transfers over to St. Ray's. Westerly gains the point on definitely a mental mistake. The ball didn't reach the net. They didn't need to be that close. Westerly served, the score 9-8. Beal with the serve. Jumping forward spin, handled well. Set to the far corner. Spike attempt, block attempt, doesn't get back over the net. Good block attempt by Beal, hits the net, comes back her way. St. Ray's point, 10-8. St. Ray's Academy's lead with our only purple shirt. Serving, number 0, Athena Rodriguez, a senior. Good bump, dumped it back over though. Beal trying to save to Beal, got to dump it over, and Westerly does. We have a bump by St. Ray's, a set to the far side. Soft spike, handled by Westerly, but not well, out of bounds. Riddler's bump attempt went wide, and that is a point for St. Ray's. 11-8 we stand at. Westerly hanging tough, their first hit still being the problem. And the serve for Rodriguez. It's deep, it's let go, and it's a point for the Bulldogs. 11-9 to score. Westerly's serve. Set to serve for Westerly will be Ava Tenuta. Forward knuckleball, handled well, 18 the set. And the spike, a missile. Beautiful offense by St. Ray's. The spike by senior number 7, Victoria. And that is a pretty much perfectly run offense with a bump under control to middle floor, a set right in front of the net, and the kill by number 7. And we have come full circle back to our first service, number 18, knuckleball to the side. Westerly dumps it back over. St. Ray's set to the net, blocked by Westerly. St. Ray's sets back up. Soft serve attempt, saved by Beal. Beautiful bump We have a set. We're going to need a dump. Beal dumps it back over. We have a set by St. Ray's. Another set and a kill attempt, a block attempt. Falls back off the net to Westerly. Westerly dumps it back over. St. Ray's dumps it back over. And Westerly dumps it right back. No offense right now, and St. Ray's doesn't reach the net. Neither team could find an offense. It was back and forth. Westerly gains the point. The score, 12-10, St. Ray's. And Westerly looking just as equivalent as its foe today. They came to play. 2-point game. Westerly served by Beal. Forward spinner to the middle, bumped by St. Ray's. We have a bump set of beauty. And blocked by Westerly. The score, 12 for St. Ray's, 11 for Westerly. Riley Peliquin with the block, number 16. Beal to serve again. And the serve, it's wide. St. Ray's lets it go, gets the point back, and changes sides. St. Ray's set to serve, running jump serve. Forward spin, handled by the deep man bump. We have a bump set to the middle of the floor, a bump dump. St. Ray's set with their offense. And a dink by number 7, who just had a kill, and the dink falls ineffectively. Westerly went for the block, rightfully so, and a little dump over them to an open spot gives them their 14th point of the day. The score, 14-11, and the serve. A beauty. Hard to handle. Beal does a great job. Another nice bump set. Just a dump over by Westerly, though. Number 18 with a bump set a little deep. Number 1, handled by Westerly. Beal with the set to the far side. 18 with the spike attempt into the net. Point goes to St. Ray's, 15-11. And the whistle blows. The serve bumped out of bounds, and we're already up to 6 aces today. This is how St. Ray's gets to their numbers. 16-11, and Westerly wisely uses another timeout. An attempt to break momentum. And we're going to head off to commercial for a second, folks, so we will be right back. And we're back, folks, as the teams break their huddles. The score is 16 St. Raphael Academy, 11 for our Westerly Bulldogs, who are playing well. St. Ray's service right now is the difference, as was the difference versus last week's Rogers matchup. St. Ray's got a victory over Rogers this year by a 3-2 count, so that went to the final game. And they are your number 1 and 2 team in the state. St. Ray's with the serve. That's a missile. Beal with a diving attempt. Forward jump spin to the mid-length corner. I don't know how you do much better than that. And that's another ace, giving them 8 out of their 17 points with no return delivery. And the serve. A missile deep, and it's too deep. Westerly wisely lets it go for a point and a side change. The score, 17 St. Ray's, 12 for our Bulldogs. Westerly serve into the ground. Didn't give the team much of a chance, and it's a side out, and the service to St. Ray's. St. Ray's main offensive threat of the day, a senior, number 7, Victoria, who has had 3 successful kills and served well in her first attempt with the jump serve. Forward spinning, diving to the middle. Westerly handles. Beal with the dump over. 18 for St. Ray's. Beautiful set. Number 1, spike blocked by Tenuta. What a beauty. Another good set, but that is a carry, and the point goes to Westerly. Great net defense by Westerly. That was Rachel Federico with the block, excuse me. Great net defense overall by the Bulldogs. And we have a substitution. Dina Arnold will take a break, and Ava Tenuta will return. The score, 18-13, Westerly standing serve. Falls to the middle, bumped, and we're going to need a soft save by number 16, and it Westerly gives you everything. You actually can sound like a. Hello, we're back, folks. I believe there were some technical difficulties during the first game of our evening, where LaSalle fought through for a 25-20 victory over Westerly. Westerly played a great game, staying with St. Ray's. However, handling the serve was pretty much the difference in the game. And now we are starting game 2 at the moment. And we have Meg Beal serving for Westerly. The first serve of the game, a forward spinner, bumped forward by LaSalle. And the spike set for Victoria deep. Number 7, the offense for St. Ray's worked accordingly. The spike went deep, giving Westerly a 1-0 lead. And the serve by Beal. And it falls into the net, tying things 1-1. Westerly needs to try to grab momentum if they can. All across the board in the state, LaSalle leads pretty much every category, from aces to kills to assists. And those are pretty much the 3 biggest. Because if they can get aces and they can get assists, if they don't get aces, and they can get kills, which they just did on their second point, the block attempt fell out of bounds for the Bulldogs, giving a 2-1 lead to LaSalle with the serve. Number 12 for LaSalle serving. LaSalle playing with 5 seniors. And the serve. Handled well by Westerly. Bump. Set by Beal. And it is softly hit over the net. Set by number 18. Spike attempt blocked up by Beal. To Beal. And deep by Federico. The bump over goes deep. The point goes to LaSalle. The score, St. Ray's to score 3-1. We have a whistle. Westerly calling for a side out here. 12 with the jump serve. Deep middle, handled well with a bump, out of bounds, Westerly can't handle the serve, can't get into an offense, and that is 4 straight for St. Ray's Academy. Westerly needs to minimize on the runs because St. Ray's has the capability to serve, and they have the capability to jump into an offense quickly. Westerly is struggling getting into an offense due to their first hit, the jump serve. To the middle deep, and it's just dumped back over by Westerly. Westerly's sitting pretty. And the dump, the dink by number 7, the senior Victoria, leads the evening in kills. We have a Westerly timeout. She has just as many kills as she does dumps over their head. Westerly doesn't know how to exactly defend her. If you go up straight up to block the spike, she'll just dink it over your head. If you don't, she'll spike it into your head. So Westerly definitely needs to find a defensive adjustment. St. Ray's offense can be very difficult once they get into a rhythm. They have scored 5 straight at the moment. Westerly calls a needed timeout at a needed time. The first game was back and forth, though. Westerly did go on runs. Once they got their serve, their scoring wasn't much of an issue. It's defending the opponent's serve, from what I see. Now, like I said, Westerly struggled greatly with Rogers' serve last week. Rogers sits at number 2 in the state. Number 2 in standings and number 2 in service. And number 1 happens to be LaSalle Academy, so Westerly's facing an even greater foe. St. Ray's defeated Rogers by a 3-2, which went the distance. So at the moment, those 2 teams are clearly heading our state. The serve to the middle. Not handled very well by Westerly, short of the net. Number 14, Rachel Federico, attempts to dump it over, hits the net, falls back onto Westerly ground. The score 6-1, St. Ray's Academy. And the serve, more of a line drive this time, handled by Beal, to Beal. And Pelican with the spike attempt, handled by St. Ray's. Spike attempt by number 1, it's still in the air, got to get it back over. And they dump it back in 3. We have a bump by St. Ray's, a set. And a dink attempt. Pelican ready for it. Back over to St. Ray's. Another dink. Beal. To Federico. To Pelican. Blocked by the senior, number 7. Victoria for St. Ray's to score 7-1. Another whistle. And it looks like another timeout. Westerly knows they can't let it get too far out of hand with this team. St. Ray's is full of ammunition. I mean, I can look anywhere and see them assist St. Ray's Academy. They have 120. They average 6 a game. I mean, I can go to... They are 5-1 overall, which I've spoken about earlier. Their lone loss of the season was to Central Falls, which happens to be Westerly's lone win of the season. So you can't always look at head-to-head. And you know the saying, any given day, any given team. So this could be one of those days. Westerly just needs to really wrap up this serve by St. Ray's and get a side change. Westerly breaks the huddle. Somewhat excited. They need a little momentum switch here. This is a big point emotionally in this game. Right now with a 1-0 lead in games and serve and a 7-1 lead. Bumped forward by the Bulldogs, dumped over to the deep corner. Beautiful save by St. Ray's and a beautiful bump set and a spike attempt, and it is deep. Westerly's point. There we go. They broke the serve. The score is 7-2. And the serve for Westerly will go to Alex Storr. Stepping forward with a nice serve to the deep corner, handled. Dumped back over by St. Ray's, set by Beal. Bumped by Federico, couldn't be handled, hit the net to the ground. St. Ray's point, side change. And service for number 7, the senior, been very active tonight, responsible for the most points of the evening. The score is 8-2. We have Victoria, a senior, number 7 for St. Ray's serving. She leads the league in kills and blocks. And a beautiful serve, and it is deep middle, bumped even further deep to the gymnasium wall for an ace, and the score of 9-2. I don't keep official track. I do believe that's in the vicinity of their 11th or 12th ace of the day, combining the two games. The jump serve, a beauty, middle deep. Jump set, bump, put over by Beal. Bump towards the net. Number 18 bumps it back for St. Ray's, who dumps it into the net for the Westerly point and the side change. 9-3. St. Ray's Academy leads. Westerly serve. Westerly substitution. Double substitution. We have Tenuta back in. And the serve for Westerly falls harmlessly 3 or 4 feet short of the net, giving St. Ray's an unearned point and the serve back. The serve for St. Ray's goes to number 4, Elizabeth Bruno, another senior. The southpaw weapon of St. Ray's Academy. Tries to place it in a perfect spot. A no-spin knuckleball harmlessly, slowly drops to the one spot you could put it that there were no players. Just as much of an ace as a 100-mile-an-hour serve. The score 11-3, St. Ray's. The southpaw jump serve, looking for a spot, comes short of the net. Westerly point, side change, 11-4. A little perfectionism may have cost St. Ray's. Westerly's Sarah Riddler moved up a couple games ago from junior varsity to varsity. Seeing a lot of service action, does a great job at it. Beautiful serve there, just wide right. Good speed, good height, just a little bit wide right. Westerly's unforced errors on top of St. Ray's aces. Those two categories alone will paint the picture of a 12-4 score and a 1-0 lead. Number 1, Elijah Perryman, a junior right-hander, jump serve. Bumped backwards for Westerly. Set to middle ground, Beal with the dump over. We have a bump set to 18 to 12 for the spike, and it is hit by Westerly, what would have been deep and out of bounds, but you don't know full speed. I obviously have a 20/20 rear view mirror. Good effort by Westerly, couldn't handle it. The score 13-4, St. Ray's Academy. The official blows the whistle. Perryman with the serve. One of 6 juniors on this team. It shows the weapons they have returning. A knuckleball. Westerly couldn't handle it. That knuckleball was shaken. Went off both Westerly hands to the ground for the 14th point. A lot of the St. Ray's servers I see don't just either serve a missile or a knuckleball. They have several different service styles, which makes it even more of a mystery to solve. The jump serve. This one's got spin. Same spot. Westerly dumps it over. And just wide. Can't handle the serve. The point to St. Ray's, 15-4. Again, it's inability to handle the serve, and now we're up towards 15 aces on the day. The serve towards the deep middle this time. For the first time, handled by Westerly. Beal, deep serve to Beal, who puts it to the ground. The Beal to Beal combination. Clearly the offensive factor of the day so far for Westerly. The score 15-5. With Beal serving, however, anything's possible. She's been the start of many runs for this team. This is their time to take momentum over. The serve. Forward spin. Not a great handling by St. Ray's. Going to have to just dump it. Dumps it deep, out of bounds. Begins with a great serve. And an ace for number 12, Alexa Beal. The score, 15-6. Wesley does need a little bit of a run here. And the knuckleball to the middle. Didn't get handled well. Dumped it over. Beal to Peliquin to Federico's hit. Can't be handled by St. Ray's. The score 15-7, and that's 2 straight for the Bulldogs. Federico a weapon towards the net, lining up in the second line. And the serve by Beal. Knuckleball drops in the middle of nowhere. That serve is nearly an impossibility to return. Beautiful knuckleball. You could see that ball shaking and fell in a completely open area. No player on St. Ray's could possibly dive or touch that ball. The score 15-8, and that's 3 straight. The serve a little deeper this time. Knuckleball handled by St. Ray's. Beautiful set, beautiful spike. Saved by Westerly. Bump saved by St. Ray's. Dumped back over. We have a set. Beal sets up Westerly with the spike. And we have a bump set. Number 12 with the spike attempt. Bumped by Westerly. Beal to Federico with the spike, and it's double hit. Point for Westerly. Great volley. Great point. That's momentum. That's 4 straight. Federico extremely active near the net tonight in both games, as is Tenuta. Beal with her 5th serve. The knuckleball to the corner this time, varying it up. A beautiful set situation, and it's deep. Westerly again for their 5th straight point. Perfectly called timeout 5 points ago. Momentum can be relinquished in the drop of a hat. Beal for her 6th straight serve. Knuckleball towards that middle, not handled well, but that's a beautiful bump save recovery. And a dump spike. Beal with the bump save. Westerly back over it, bump set. Number 12 for St. Ray's, spike attempt, dump back over by Westerly. We have a back bump to nowhere. St. Ray's can't handle it. Another point by Westerly. 15-11, 6 straight points, looking for 7. Down by only 4. Surprised we haven't seen a St. Ray's timeout. Right now we do see a substitution. Number 6 for St. Ray's, Ava Tavares, out. And number 11, Alcantara, only a sophomore in the game. Beal's 7th straight serve. Deep middle, can't be handled by St. Ray's. And Westerly is now excited officially. 7 straight points by the Bulldogs, who have proven fully capable on the offensive end with serve to compete with the best of the state. They'll just need to handle the serve when the time comes. 8 straight for Beal, just short of the net. Beautiful job at service. The score, 16-12. Bulldogs trailing by only 4. St. Ray's with the serve. And it's a line drive missile, handled well by Westerly, close to the net, dumped back over by Beal, and they can't handle it. St. Ray's can't handle the dump by Beal to the corner. Midsection corner. Westerly gets a side out. The point, 16-13. And Ava Tenuta with the serve. It's a missile to the corner, not handled all that well off the light. St. Ray's forced to dump it over. Beal with the spike. St. Ray's double hit. It's a carry off of the Beal spike. A Westerly point. The score, 16-14. Westerly's serve, Ava Tenuta for number 2. A missile down the middle, deep. Handled pretty well, the set. And the spike by number 7, Victoria, the senior, who has shown every weapon. The spike, the dink, very difficult to defend. That was indefendable. And that is a side out. The score, 17-14. The Bulldogs only trailing by 3, having trailed by as much as 11. Will now need to field the serve. Number 18, fielded by Beal in the back. Set by Beal. Dump over by Westerly. Set to the corner. St. Ray's, Wesley blocked. We're going to have to dump it over. Beal doesn't make it. And Federico does get the dump over. Number 7 with the spike. Westerly, almost an unbelievable save by Beal. That is again number 7, Victoria, the senior from St. Ray's, who leads the state in kills for that reason. The score, 18-14. Westerly needs to stop any kind of a run here. And the serve, deep middle. Well handled. Beal with the bump set. Federico with the dink, handled by St. Ray's. Deep set, and it goes out of bounds for Westerly's point. Excuse me, for St. Ray's point. The score, 19-14. St. Ray's serve. Deep middle knuckleball, served a little bit out wide. Beautiful bump set to Federico, who dinks it over. Beautiful save by Meg Beal. From out of bounds to bump set it to Federico with a good decision with the dink over the head of the senior of St. Ray's Academy. And now Meg Beal tries to cut the lead. Beautiful serve to start. Deep knuckleball, bump set. The dink over. Wesley tries to handle it and can't. Another point from number 7 of St. Ray's, and that gives St. Ray's Academy a 5-point lead, 20-15. We played at 25. This is when Wesley needs a side out. Forward spinner, short middle, handled well by Wesley. Beal dumps it back over to the deep side. Number 18 with a set to number 7, spike, saved by Beal. To Beal with the bump set. Federico with the bump, beautiful spot. Handled, it's going to be a dump over by St. Ray's. Handled by Westerly. And it's dumped back over by Westerly. And they're in their offense now. And the dink. Wesley saves it to the net but can't get it over. It seems like when it touches the hands of Victoria, number 7, St. Ray's senior, it turns into points no matter what she does. The score, 21, St. Ray's with the serve. Westerly, 15. There's been a lot of action in both of these matches. The score may not reflect it. And number 12, beautiful serve, line drive. Wesley could not handle. The serve bumped it out of bounds, wide towards the stands, 22-15. And now we are in what I would call red factor, red zone. That's a new volleyball term that I'm coining. They can't give up many more points here. And the serve, a beauty, it's an ace. Wesley tries to dig it out, hits the rafters, 23-15. St. Ray is looking for only 2 points to win the second game of the evening. 23-15 the score. Number 12 to serve. Lead jump serve, forward spin. Diving attempt to handle the serve. Westerly unable to do so. Their demon, we now have game point, 24-15. Identical score to last game scenario. Westerly needs 9 straight to continue. The serve, set by Westerly to Beal. Storr gets it over. Number 7 with the dink, saved by Beal. To number 12. 18 dumps it over deep. Beal to Beal with the deep dump. Almost saved. Number 12 is going to get it back in play, and they put it out of bounds. Westerly handles the volley, gets the side change. The score, 24-16. Westerly needs 8 to continue play. 8 in a row they need right now. Alex Storr needs to serve for 8 straight in game number 2. And that one is a beauty. It's handled. Number 18, close to the net, sets it, saved by St. Ray's, dumped back over by St. Ray's. Westerly. Beal trying to set something up and does beautifully. Federico, deep middle, set to the far side. Number 1 with the spike attempt. Westerly save, diving, set and save. Spike attempt, Number 7 doesn't get up. It falls harmlessly into the net. The score 24-17. St. Ray's doesn't appear concerned. This is the turn of momentum Westerly needs. We're looking at 7, folks. Alex Storr, a lot handed to her, doing a beautiful job. And the serve is going to be off the net. Saved by St. Ray's. Spike attempt saved by Westerly. And blocked by Westerly. The dink Westerly hits the net. And the point goes to St. Ray's. And that is going to be the conclusion of the second game. The score 25-17. St. Ray's the victor. Again, the score wouldn't reflect the amount of entertainment and back and forth we're seeing. It's just the handling of the service points that Westerly has had great difficulty versus St. Ray's and Rogers, who happen to be the number 1 and 2 team in the state, whom we are seeing at home consecutively. There's no quit in these girls. You can hear them in the gym. There was no quit in either match. I would not be surprised to see them come out and take one here. We are going to go off to break for a moment. And we are back, folks. My name is Greg Morano, and I am here with Westerly Live. That is L-I-V-E, Westerly Live, covering all of your Westerly sports. We are breaking out of our team huddles for Game 3 of a best-of-5 series with the Westerly female varsity Bulldogs versus the leaders in the state, the St. Ray's Varsity Female Academy. And they are leading 2-0. They have been very competitive games. Service and offense, the advantage clearly has gone to St. Ray's. Number 7, who leads the league in not only blocks but kills, has been extremely effective. Whenever her hands get on the ball, it's either a kill or a dink to no man's land. Westerly can't answer, or it's the service itself. We are up near 20 aces where they average per game. And the only oddity here is the only loss for St. Ray's, being Central Falls, happens to be Westerly's only win. That just shows you that there's never a day that a team can't beat another team. So I'm here for the long haul, and I do believe Westerly's attitude is the same. The official finishes instructions, takes his post, and we are ready to go. The whistle. Number 18 to start serve, a senior, Nault, for St. Ray's Academy. Has started each game with the serve. The jump forward spin. Good bump set. Federico dumps it over. The set. It's a dink back over. Saved by Westerly. Beal with the bump set to Federico. Off the net but over. Beautiful save. Bump back over. Beal saves it. Beal with the spike attempt. Saved by St. Ray's. 18. Set. Almost blocked by Westerly with the bump. And Federico with a diving save back over the net. Another spike attempt. Beal with the dump over. Westerly handling everything. And it's almost saved again in Westerly's miscommunication. They could have had that one too. Again, number 7 puts her hands on the ball. It turns into a point. Westerly had 2 kill blocks, 3 diving saves, a great volley, and it turned into miscommunication and an unforced error for the point. They're working way too hard not to win those points. And the next serve off the net. Diving save by Westerly, a beauty. Miscommunication. Dump over by Beal. Bump, set, number 7 spike, attempted to block. Saved by Westerly, back over by Federico. And a save, and a bump set, and a spike. Block attempt by Beal. Unfortunately, it falls into the net for point number 2 for St. Ray's, whom, with a 2-0 lead, can afford to give away their excess energy. Westerly's working very hard, and these unforced errors after long volleys will kill them. Beautiful serve. Well handled by Westerly. Dink into the back corner. We have a deep set, and a dink. Saved by Beal, back over by Federico, and it's deep. I do believe would have landed in bounds. So does St. Ray's. They couldn't handle it. And the point goes to the Bulldogs. 2-1. A lot of effort in the first 3 points of this game. Beal to serve. And it's a line drive, short middle, not handled well. We're going to have to dump it over for St. Ray's, and they do. Beal with a beautiful bump starts an offense. We have a set. And the spike attempt, diving save by St. Ray's. A bump spike, Westerly trying to handle it and can't, as their bump recovery falls backwards and out of bounds. It's a side out, and the score 3-1 St. Ray's Academy. We have a whistle. The ball is changing sides. Number 12 serving for St. Ray's, who has 11 players returning for next year. 6 juniors, 4 sophomores, and 2 freshmen. The serve, bump. Federico with the bump save. 18 sets it to number 1. And it is on the line by the official scorer, and that point will go to St. Ray's. Westerly's coaching looking for an out-of-bounds call. It was very close. The point goes to St. Ray's, 4-1. And the jump serve. Westerly sets it from the middle, unable to set up an offense from that set. The bump off of it goes into the net, and the score goes to St. Ray's, 5-1. Westerly calls a 1-minute timeout, as they do generally. When they go down by around 5 or on a 5-point run, Westerly seems to like their timeout usage, which is a good time because you don't want runs to develop, especially in such a progressive scoring sport, whereas you can score now on regardless of who's serving. As far as statistically, I mean, I don't want to beat a dead horse. St. Ray's leads the league in just about everything. And if they don't, Rogers does. And that's who we just saw in this gym last week. So Wesley's had a tough task. And the games are closer than their scores. Westerly breaks the huddle excited. The score 5-1. St. Ray's with the serve. Jump serve into the net. Not close. Westerly with the point. St. Ray's the unforced error. Not a regularity for them. I do believe it's Sarah Riddler serving. 5-2 the score. It is not. It was Alex Storr with the serve. And the spike. Block attempt for Westerly's going to have to dump it. And they are able to do so. We have a bump set, number 1, with the spike attempt. Out of bounds. Point Westerly, side out. The score 5-3. Beal with a huge save on that possession. The serve. A lobbing forward spin bump. Set. Number 1 with the spike attempt. And the back line. A set attempt by Dina Arnold goes backwards harmlessly to the back wall. And it's a quick side out. The score is 6-3. This is a team, I will say, from what little I've seen, you're going to need one big run at some point to win a game against them. And number 7, the senior, the serve is deep. Not surprising. She is a force at the net due to her strength. Who is getting a break with the substitution? Number 0, Athena Rodriguez, another senior, comes in for St. Ray's. And Westerly with the serve, trailing only by 2. Familiar territory in the beginning of both games. The serve, knuckleball. Wow, that was very close. St. Ray's properly chose to leave it alone, just out of bounds. Almost a beauty. Almost is no good, though, as St. Ray's will take the serve. Elizabeth Bruno, another senior. One of 5 seniors St. Ray's Academy brought today. Forward spin, good spot, high bump into the rafters. Going to be a dump by Beal to save it. Does so, set. Spike into the ground. And that was number 16, Dalby, another senior for St. Ray's with the spike. Her first action scoring-wise of the evening. We have the lefty server, the southpaw. To a nice spot, short left side, good spot. Surprised the Westerly defender. The set attempt was low. Westerly was not able to get into an offense. Another point for St. Ray's to score 9-4. And the southpaw looking for 3. Forward spin, diving, bump save, returned immediately to St. Ray's, who bumps it just over. Miscommunication. 3 players standing, nobody moving. Westerly steals the unforced error and needs much needed side out. The score 9-5. The whistle. Alex Storr out. Peliquin out. Sarah Ridley in. Federico in. Tenuta in. Riddler with the serve. And it's going to be wide right. Wesley's hit that spot wide right a few times today. Quick side out. Can't really afford that against a team that makes so few unforced errors. Going to have to hope for another. Number 1, one of their primary assist players, has good accuracy with the ball. A running jump, forward spin, short middle. Westerly can't handle it from a bump to a face to the ground. The score 11-5. It's all about handling the serving at the moment. Again, folks, we are talking about playing the best 2 teams in the state consecutively at home. And the serve, a missile just over the net. Westerly handles it. Beal to Beal with the spike. Bump save by St. Ray's. Beautiful bump set. And the spike. Westerly can't handle. Number 12 for St. Ray's with the spike off the bump set. Timeout Westerly, 12-5 score. We have 1 minute and Westerly needs to regroup quickly. Down by 7, St. Ray's serve. This game is do or die for Westerly as it is a best of 5 series. St. Ray's in a groove, showing why they lead the league in all of the categories that they do. I'm beginning to think that the Central Falls game versus both teams was a trap game. A trap game for St. Ray's when they played Central Falls, and a trap game for Central Falls when they played Westerly. Something in that vicinity, because it's the only oddity I can see. Westerly has the ability on every end. Their most difficult challenge is just handling the serve. Again, this is Greg Morano coming to you from Westerly Live. That is Westerly, L-I-V-E, Westerly Live, covering all of your Westerly sports. And we have 1 second, and the horn. Number 1, Elijah Perryman, only a junior, extremely effective. Number 2 in the state with assists, or sets in other terms, is set to serve for St. Ray's. Looking for 4 in a row. Running jump serve, forward knuckleball. Wesley, no idea how to handle that. I don't blame him. I have no idea how to handle that. That dropped like Tim Wakefield's into the ground out of nowhere. The score 13-5. This will be 6 in a row for Perryman. And the jump serve, another slow spinner. Westerly handles the bump. And a bump dump for Beal deep. Good job. St. Ray's able to handle spike attempt. Westerly with a bump. Gonna have to dump it over, and Beal does. Bump towards the net. Dumped over. Westerly with the diving save. Out of bounds. Good volley. St. Ray's finding the spots. The score 14-5. Good effort on the Bulldogs. There is no quit in this team. They continue to communicate. They continue to root each other's on. Number 1, looking for number 7 in a row. Only a junior. The jump serve. Spinning sideways. Back corner. The bump. Westerly chasing themselves. Has to dump it back over. Bump. Set. Spike. Blocked by Westerly. St. Ray's hits the net. Westerly gets the point and the side out. Good job on the net by Westerly. The score 14-6. Number 7 taking a break for St. Ray's as they are up not only in this game but in the series. Served by Beal. Set. Dumps back over and hit the net. Free point for the Bulldogs. Free point for St. Ray's. The score 15-6. And the serve returned. Westerly unable to go on much of a run here. They're going to have to prevent one. The serve standing. Long knuckleball out of bounds. Westerly, good communication. calling out, leaves it alone, takes the point. 15-7 the score. Tenuta fully capable of going on a run here. Bump, set, and a dink by St. Ray's. Bumped over by Westerly. Bump set. Number 12 with a spike attempt. Good job by Tenuta. Federico with a slap over. And a dump. Doesn't get over by Beal. Hits the net, and it is St. Ray's point. Good volley. Westerly doing a lot of extra running. Federica, Tenuta, and Pelican do a great job by the net. They are running all over the place constantly. And that is an unforced error. The St. Ray's serve goes into the net, giving Westerly their 8th point, making the score 16-8. St. Ray's Academy. Beal's serve. Knuckleball just over the net. Diving. Number 7 back in with the save dump. Beal. Federico with the spike attempt. Inbounds. Beautiful spot. Has it dropped just shy of the line in the back corner. Side out, big point for the Bulldogs. Federico showing beautiful precision, as she has in all 3 matchups we've seen this season at home. Beals with the serve. Forward spinner, number 7. Dink over the top, diving by Beal. Federico forced to play the net on defense because she's such an effective striker. But she is very effective at changing her mind and just dumping it and dropping it right over your head. Very difficult to defend. The score 17-9. The serve. Sliding. Beal to Pelican. Finds a beautiful spot. Diving save by St. Ray's. Dumped by Victoria over. And we have Federico with the dump over back to St. Ray's. Beal dumps it, tries to find a spot. Saved by number 18. We have a set to number 1. Dumps it over. Beal. Federico, it goes out wide. And St. Ray's will take the point, 18-9. That's a side out and the serve. And number 12 again. Has a couple different styles, generally heading towards the middle. And to the middle it goes. And Wesley doesn't handle it. The bump by Arnold goes awry. The score 19-9. St. Ray's Academy only 6 points away from a game-clinching victory. But that's a long ways in volleyball. Progressive scoring. If the ball hits the ground, someone scores. The jump serve. Deep middle. Handled by Westerly. Pelican's bump out of bounds. Westerly unable to get into an offense off of the serve. 20-9. And we are suddenly looking at a 5-point run. 4-point run right now, looking for a 5. Substitution. We have number 10 coming in, Katarina Sotelo, a junior. The standing, side spinning, miscommunication in the middle. Beal able to dump it over. We have a bump set. Number 7 with a dump to the middle. Westerly, to Beal save. Federico unable to get it over the net. And again, the dominance of number 7 for St. Ray's Academy. No idea what she's going to do with the ball, and whatever she does is extremely effective. Hence why she leads the state. The score, 21, St. Ray's Academy, 9, Westerly Bulldogs. There is no quit in these dogs, though, I will tell you that. Set to serve, the St. Ray's Junior. Forward spinning, Beal, bump set. Pelican, soft spike, set. The dump, Beal handles it. Federico dumps it back over deep middle. A bump set to the far corner. Number 1 with the spike, handled by Beal. Bump set by Beal to Pelican towards the middle, handled by St. Ray's. Bump set, number 1, spike attempt. Beal handles it. Handled by Beal, out of bounds. Great volley, great effort on both sides, just out. Obviously, you hear Beal to Beal constantly. They are everywhere. There is no quit in these girls to score. 22-9, the serve by number 10. Sotelo looking for 3 in a row in her first action. Wesley, bump, set. Soft spike attempt by Pelican. Miscommunication, beautiful bump set. Dink over the middle by number 1, Elijah Perryman, their primary assistment. And that makes it 23-9. Their front line offense is extremely to defend. You can't put 5 players there, and they seem to force the need of it. Westerly with a couple substitutions here. The score 23-9. St. Ray's only needing 2 points to clinch the evening's matchup. The whistle. Number 15, seeing her first action. Beautiful front serve. Wesley can't handle it. And number 15, Penault, a senior. First action of the evening, an ace. We are at game point, fellas, and we need 15, 16 points straight for the Bulldogs to keep this going. Looking for ace number 2. And the serve, it's actually a beauty, handled by Beal. Beal sets up. Riddler, number 3, with the spike attempt. Diving save by St. Ray's, pushed over. Beal with the set. Federico with the dink. Hits the net. Game point on Wesley's unforced error. That will do it, folks. The score 25-9. St. Ray's Academy 3 wins, Westerly 0. And that will do it for me, folks. This is Greg Morano, and I am coming to you from Westerly Live. And we will see you again